They've got Ezail Iverson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Okafor. Then it's Robert Covington. He makes one of two that time.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player, and that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
Now here's Okafor. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role. But he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell.
That'll be a 5-second call. And it's Phoenix's ball, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Shot from the inbound. About a minute played so far here in the first. The pass to Covington. Shoots the three. Goes back up. And Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got 5.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Knight kicks to Morris. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek.
Not turning the ball over is important for any team, obviously. But he said it takes on extra meaning when going up against a team with so many small ball hawks, who will seize any opportunity to come up with a steal and turn it into easy points on the other end of the floor. Gentlemen?
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like the one they're facing today has certainly got their attention.
You have to watch film on them for a few minutes to see how sturdy they are defensively.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no surprise they spent the bulk of their preparations getting their offensive game plan in place and ready to roll.
So it's Phoenix now after the Sixers pick up 2.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Noel. Over to the wing. To the middle. Chandler with the steal. And oh, here we go. Knight. Nobody back.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home by any means last year. They ended up over 500, but, Greg, they weren't quite dominant enough at home to get in the playoffs.
That's a great point. I mean, they finished the year +3 in terms of wins at home. Not bad, but not good enough when you're talking about that Western Conference.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Morris a screen. Knight kicks to Morris. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Morris has got 5.
You know, when you talk about the Suns, their play at home sums up their season. When you are just above average in the West, you won't be in the playoffs. You've got to be really good at home to make it in the West in the playoffs. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And Phoenix had some turnover issues at home last year, but overall, and to drive this home, they just were okay here in this building, and that's not going to cut it.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
From deep, Iverson. Phoenix grabs the miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Tucker the pass to Morris, and he gets it to go. Morris has got his third basket of the night.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Noel, a screen on Bledsoe. Iverson outside from past the arc. Again, Iverson missing. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single-game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder. But we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
And Phoenix making a change here. Warren's checked in. And Bledsoe, here we go, will not go. This is off the front iron.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
For 3, Covington. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Boozer, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Landry comes in for Nerlens Noel. The Suns leading. Bledsoe kicks tonight. And the officials call a traveling violation.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations.
John Lure, he's checked in for Phoenix. Bledsoe outside. Inside, got a piece of it. Here's Iverson. Here's Roten. It's deflected. Bledsoe outside. The feed now to Knight. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Knight's got 5. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the Suns and how they rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in steals, 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. And they're right there, I mean, among the top 5 teams in second chance points. Doing a really good job of offensive rebounding and then being able to score the ball when they get that second chance.
And you look at all those steals. I mean, they play an in-your-face aggressive style of defense. Even advancing the ball can prove to be a challenge, and they tend to feed off of that.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sonny Weems checks in for Markieff Morris, and it's Booker in for Eric Bledsoe. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And both free throws good for Landry.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Here's Cannon. Screen by Boozer. Cannon kicks to Boozer. Pass to Landry. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Weems. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Suns have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And the technical free throw is good. Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for Knight. Now here's Booker. He's covered by Roten. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Wide open. And there's Goodwin on the assist by Booker. And the Suns lead by 6.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here. I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Boozer, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Weems' shot is good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Phoenix leading by 7. There's a good screen. Goodwin dishes to Warren. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Cannon kicks to Roten. Outside Boozer. He dishes it to Roten. Here's Thompson. Cannot hit. And Phoenix the other way now. Now Goodwin. 9 points last game out. Fires the 3. And it's Weems missing. The 76ers trail by 7. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Phoenix has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. From 13, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run, passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Cannon. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. Goodwin passes to Lure. And Booker kicks to Warren. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Excellent use of the screen that time. Roten's got his second basket of the night.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Goodwin. D right on him. Stolen by Thompson. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Suns lead by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective on the floor. Whether that's rebounding, playing defense, hustling, trying to create extra shots for your team. Whatever it is necessary that I feel like help my team get a win.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want.